What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about something that I've been seeing a lot online lately. It's kind of concerning, and I just want to help spread awareness about it in case some people haven't seen this. But right now, there seems to be a push in the gaming industry for video games to be priced at $100. And I believe that the general consensus amongst most gamers is that that would be a breaking point because most people can't even justify spending $70 on a game right now. But the $100 price point is not only concerning because of the current state of the economy, it's also because of the fact that nowadays, when no matter which company it is, they spend or how much money they spend on it, they spend billions of dollars making these video games, and then you pay $70, or if you get the digital deluxe, you spend $100 anyway. And when you get the game, it's not even a functioning product. So you're literally paying for something that's broken, that doesn't even work day one, and you have to hope after you spend that $70 to $100 that they're gonna fix it eventually. So increasing the price to $100 for the base game is just gonna make this problem even worse. And you don't have to have a game priced at 60 or 70 or 80 or $100 to make money off of it. If the game is good, it's going to sell well. People are going to talk about it. It's going to spread. People are going to want to play it. Just as an example, look at something like Stardew Valley. When the game came out, it's $14.99, and the game has went on to sell over 41 million copies. I mean, that the person who created that game is certainly not hurting for money, and that was a single developer. But still, what I'm saying is the game was good, so it sold, and he didn't have to price it at 50 or $60. And another good example of that is one that came out recently with Balatro. Comes out, releases at $14.99. That game hasn't even been out that long, but it's already sold over 3.5 million copies. And that's proof that if a game's good, they're going to talk about it. It's going to spread. People are going to purchase it. So I don't see a reason to price your games at $100. But what I think the reason they're doing it is because it's a tactic for them to turn a profit faster, so that way they can serve you the same slop, the same copy pasted bullshit that they've been serving you for years now, and not make it any better, and just get their money back faster before word spreads that the game is total dog shit. Now, the push is mainly directed at Rockstar. A lot of people are hoping that Rockstar, when they release GTA 6, are going to price the base game at $100 because they want the ripple effect. Other companies like Ubisoft or Activision or whoever can look at what Rockstar is doing. They make GTA 6 $100, and they can go, oh, well, other people are doing it, so if you guys are okay with that, then we're going to do it. But see, what they're not factoring into that is that Rockstar has a pretty good track record of making really good games and continuing support for those games for years and years after the game releases. And so if Rockstar was to make the game $100 and then say Call of Duty made their base game $100, you're not getting the same value for your $100. Call of Duty's copy pasted the same shit every year. It's like that would be like paying $100 for a Madden game or a FIFA game. You're getting the same shit every year with new jerseys and new fields, and that's maybe some new players. That's pretty much it. It's not the same value. But I still hope that Rockstar doesn't make their base game $100 because a lot of people, there are hundreds of millions of people that are excited for GTA 6. We've been waiting a long time for it. So a lot of people are going to buy it day one. But a lot of people aren't going to be able to buy it day one if there's that $30 price hike just for the base game. Now, aside from that, too, it's also terrifying because if you're a game collector like me, or, like a lot of us are, and like as an example, I have roughly 300 games on my Nintendo Switch. That would cost me $30,000 to obtain if all of those games were then priced at $100. That's just, those are asinine numbers. Could you imagine you're a video game collector, you also have your life, you have to eat, you have to do responsible adult things, you have to pay your house payment, you have to pay your car payment. And there's no way you could justify spending 30 grand on a video game collection. unless you just have tons of money and no other responsibilities, I guess. Another thing that's really scary about the price too is that we've shifted away the last several years from physical media, and a lot of companies are trying to do digital only or online only video games. And so if you pay $100 for a game and then a few months or a few weeks or even a few years later, they decide to remove that from the shop and say you had uninstalled it because you needed storage on your console. So you uninstalled it, you go back and you're like, man, I want to play this game. It was a great game. I want to play this game. You go to the store to re-download it and the game's fucking gone. Well, you're just shit out of luck. I mean, that's not okay. The gaming industry has been pushing forever to like basically say that we own nothing and be happy about it. We pay them this money. And these online only games, you pay $100 for them and then they shut down a week or two or a year or two later. You can no longer access that media. I covered this when I did the interview with Ross Scott when he was talking about Stop Killing Games, the campaign to stop killing games so we could save media, because the digital media is definitely not in favor of preserving video games, and tons of people like different video games. That's another issue that I have, is like somebody like me who plays tons of different video games. I don't play just one genre. If all I played was Call of Duty and Call of Duty was $100, okay, well, I can kind of justify spending $100 on it. But see, I play all kinds of games. I play roguelikes, I play farm sims, I play platformers, I play open world RPGs, things like that. So like, you got to think, if 5 new games come out that I want, that's $500. No one can afford that. I personally believe that if this push happens, if they make it to where video games across the board start costing $100, like especially like AAA first party titles start costing $100, I believe we're going to see a massive gaming industry collapse, worse than what we're already seeing with all these studios shutting down and people getting laid off and everything. I think it's going to be even worse than that. There might not even be video game companies left after this, because a lot of people just really can't justify spending that kind of money on video games every week or every month or whenever they release. And I believe that this could be the downfall of a medium that we all hold very dear. You know, it's, for a lot of us, video games are an escape from reality. And we use that to kind of unwind and let go of all of our stress and problems. I just don't think we're going to be able to sustain $100 markets on video games. But that's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think, and I'll see you all later.